Okay, so today I'm going to teach you shell scripting or bash scripting, either whichever you call it, shell scripting or bash scripting. But I want you to not only learn shell scripting and bash scripting, any scripting which you come across in the DevOps and SRE or DevSecOps, you should be able to deal with yourself. That means you should be able to learn within 24 hours. Okay, that is the funda. So how can we learn any scripting for the sake of it? So typically, I would suggest you have some of the questions in your mind before learning any scripting. See, I'm teaching you shell scripting. Tomorrow, you may have to write some other scripting. Let's say PowerShell scripting, which is not a part of this course. Let's say day after tomorrow, you have to learn some uh, Ant scripting, which is not also part of this course. So, how do you deal with those scripting? Python, I'll teach you anyways, but something which is not a part of the course, how to deal with it. So I want you to look at the patterns, okay, and understand that how to learn faster the any scripting. So if I'm at your place, let's say I am learning bash scripting, shell scripting, or any scripting as such. So I will ask a few questions and then I will focus on those answers only. I will not try to complete the book rather than, understand the summary of book, something like that. Okay, so how do we do that? So first thing you should ask a question: how to store the code? How to store the code? Okay, that's the first question. Second question you should ask: how to run the code? How to run the code? Okay. After that, third questions I will ask: how to add variables in the code? When I say code, in our case, it's a bash scripting. Okay, how to add variables in the code? Now, third question is done. Fourth question: how to do operators work in the code? Now, what is the operators? Can you please help me? How do you do operator works in the code? Can you please tell me what is the operator works? Hello, let's be interactive.
Operators, addition,
See,
subtraction,
okay,
greater than, less than,
wonderful,
equal to.
wonderful. Every scripting languages, programming languages, we have operators. Now, next question I will ask: how to do conditioning? Conditioning in the conditioning uh, in bash. Right now, bash, correct? Code now, bash code. Okay, so how to do conditioning in bash scripting? How to do looping? Sometimes also we call it iterative looping. And then how to write a function in bash? How to write a function? So these are the questions you should focus on. It is very important for learning, not only um, bash scripting or shell scripting, but any scripting for the sake of it. Okay, so this is something we should focus. So now guys, let me try to answer this question. In bash, what is bash scripting? See, sometimes we call it a shell scripting, sometimes bash scripting, both are same. There are multiple shells are there. So I discussed about in the last previous session in Linux. She shells are there, corn shells are there, SS shells are there in Linux. In Bash shells we have it. So we all use the Bash shell because this is the most advanced, interactive, and configurable. Okay, so that is something which we have. So Bash shell. So now let me log into one of the Linux box which I am having running, this one, and then we'll get started. So shell and accept Ubuntu is username for this, and logged in. I'll become a root because you know that I have issues with typing sudo again and again. That's my bad habit actually. like that. Let me improve the colors so you can see the things better. Is it good now, all of you?
Yes.
Now the first thing, let's try to answer this question. How do we store the code? So guys, there is option number one. You store the code in a .sh file. Okay, that is a thing. But you know guys, interesting thing is you can have any file name, understand that, any file name with any extension also. That is an interesting thing in bash actually. Why we can have any file name with any extension? Any idea? Because in Linux there is no as such called type of file. In Windows we have a type of file, if you remember. But in a Linux, type file simple. Everything is just a file. So now the question is, how will come to know whether it's a bash? How will interpreter will run as a bash code or not? So you have to learn. You have to add something which is called this one, bash, or but with. Have you seen this in any code, shell scripting code? This one. So that means if you write this one, it will run in the first line actually. Okay. It will run as a bash code, or it will run as a, what is this? This is called, anyone have idea what is this called? Just put it in Google. What is this? This is called, um, there's a very unique word which is called, uh, mm, just what is this? What is this? In shell scripting. So not only shell scripting, this is called something unique. I forgot this name. This is called shebang. Shebang. This is a very unique word with shebang. This is a one. Okay. So what is happening? You can write shebang in any files. No need to put it any extensions. Okay. So you can put it up like this, and then it will work for it. Are you understanding, all of you? First line, it should be like this. You understanding, all of you? Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, Ramesh. Yeah.
Yeah. So the question is how to store the code. Typically we store in the .sh, but it's not like that. You can store in any files. But the first line, it should be like this. So if you are having shell scripting, first line it should be like this, or bash scripting, or Python, or Java, anything you can have it. This is called Shewang, though I don't remember this name, but that is fine.
Uh,
Now next
uh,
question.
I want, is this similar to that we do in Windows properties? We set compiler path in.
Something like that, but that is different. Okay, what is happening, I'll tell you in a simple way. uh, Here in Linux, the concept is little different. That the one which you set in the Windows, you have to do in Linux also, by the way. Okay, you have to do
Oh,
Linux. So here, for example, you want to know how to set the properties or environment variable. So I'll just give you example for it. Java, understand that, or let's say Java install. So example, just like that. So if you go to this guide and go to the environment variable, which is here, see here. So if you set the environment variable, let's say Java, so you set it up like this. So command is export, remember, always command is export. But we got used to Windows such a way, like you go to the environment and you start adding the environment variable. But from today onwards, I don't want you to touch the UI in Windows also. So what do we do in this case? So in Windows, we use the set command or setx command. These two will work. Okay, so you can set any environment variable temporary or permanent, it's up to you using this command. So in Linux we have a export, and Windows we have a set command. Okay, so that is
Okay.
still required, but this is a way to pass the one of the interpreter, like let's say, because Linux you don't have extension, right? So you can store in any extension. So here this is the way to tell, okay, hey, this script should run with this or this or this, but this file should be there, this file should be there, exist in that location. So
Okay.
most of the time it is in a bin only. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, so now let me share this URL, how to set environment variable in Windows and Linux. So some reference here, you can use it. Okay, so now next thing is next. So this question is clear now, all of you? Okay, now next question is how to run bash code. How to run bash code. So guys, see, in Linux, permission is plays a very important role. So for running any code, you need to have executable access. So executable access, yesterday, last day we covered like how to pass that executable access. Anyone remember that? Anyone remember that?
Using change mode.
Yes, ch mode. Okay, and 755. Typically, this is a formula preferred one, and file.sh. Simple. So first step, if you want to run any code, you have to run this one. You have to give the permissions, and after that, and this is important you need to understand. And either you run like this, or run like this. Now here, this is you need to understand, guys. When you run like this, okay, run like this, then uh, use default shell. That is a first priority. Okay, default shell. But if default shell you have a some, but but override written by, just avoid the spelling mistake for some time. Overridden by Shivang. I need to remember this name actually. Shivang, right? She Bang. Bang for Bengali, she for she. Yeah. So now probably I'll remember this. So Shebang. So use default shell but overwritten by Shivang. So what I'm trying to say, when you run in this mod, so it will run in the default shell until this lines is there. So if you run this way, and if this line is also there, so it will run by Shivang only. Okay, so that is a something which we have. So now if you have a interpreter or a compiler or runtime hard coding, so you can add the path also, and you can run this way. So this is the way you can run. So now guys, so every language you learn, let's say Java, okay, or let's say C++, or let's say Python. So the first program, what you run? Tell me that. Do you remember that first program? What is run? What do you run?
Hello, world.
All of you. Wonderful. Hello world. So because hello world, so when you learn anything, when you want to run anything, how to run program, so you need to learn hello world. Okay, so every time you run hello world. So now the question is, how do we run hello world? So hello world, we do nothing but print the, we use the one function called print or printf or cout. See, in Java we have print out, printf. In C++ we have cout. Python we have a print again. So in bash what we have, so we can use print and echo both. So now the question is, I am not able to understand what is bash scripting then. What is a bash scripting? So guys, bash scripting is nothing but, please understand that bash scripting is nothing but the collections of Linux command. Yes, that's the reason you should focus on the command. So some of the user command I covered last day, admin commands again I'll have one sessions for it. So collections of Linux commands. So if you know Linux command, that's all. So ex run conditionally, the condition I'll teach you, conditionally, and looped with operators. operators. Okay, so operators also I'll show you that. So that's all. So the more you know the commands, the better you can write a shell scripting simple. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the demo simple how can we write. So C file.sh, and here I can write print echo whatever you want to do, echo Rajesh, or this is bash scripting, and you should as a best practices you should run the shebang, but it's up to you. I mean, I don't use it because I got used to it, so this is just a practice I'm teaching you, but you don't have to add it. Okay, give the permission chmod 755 file.sh, and then file run it. I'm running with the shebang actually, so here run. Just avoid the spelling mistake many places. So are you clear with this true question, how to store the code, how to run the code, all of you? Okay, all of you.
So don't we need to give? So you added the code, right? Don't we
uh,
need to use the double arrows and the file name to add in Linux directly if you're using, right? So we use echo and the command, right? So you used echo. This is bash scripting, right? After that, we use arrows and we mentioned the file name to save it, right? So just want to understand how different it is.
arrow means why do you need arrow? I mean, not able to get you. Maybe
So
beautification purpose you can get it. It's just a hello world. I'm trying to show you the beautification. That's a different thing. Okay, so are you clear, all of you? Okay, so now next question you should ask, how to add variables in the bash code. And see, in a different languages we have a different data types. Okay, different data types. But in shell scripting or bash scripting, there's no data type as such. Okay, so everything you can declare as a dollar sign, that's all. Okay, so if you want to declare any variable which you want to use it, dollar sign. Let me put it up in this way. So here there is one script which is vi file.sh, and here I am going to sorry, my name. So name is equal to Rajesh. Simple. Age, I'm just 16 right now, this year. So my age is 16. So this is a way you can declare the your any variable as such. So here I have declared the text, here I declare the number. Now how can we display that? So you have to display, again echo we used, my name age dollar name, that's all. Echo my name age, sorry, my age is dollar age. Simple, no need to complicate this one. Okay, so if you want to use that variable dollar and the variable name, let me run this. See here, done. So this is also, I think you should be clear using dollar sign. Okay, so now next thing, one more thing I want to tell you here. There is a one here, I'm passing this one, an argument I am passing 2233 or something like this. What is this? Still the code is not failing. So what is this called? So in shell scripting we call it arguments. What do we call it, all of you? Arguments. Now it possesses certain values. So 22 you can use in a dollar one. 23 you can use dollar two. Yes, this is a fixed argument actually. So you can use dollar three. Are you getting me? So here you can use this positional parameter as a like a 1 2 3 4 and so on. Let me show you. So right now I'll go to my modify my code, and here I'll write echo this age dollar one echo echo this age a dollar two, and so on. Only I'm passing two, I'm displaying two, and you see here. So this positional parameter carries some weightage, which includes dollar one, dollar two, dollar three, and so on. So are you clear now about these positional parameters? Many times this will be used to make the script very interactive. Got it? Hello.
Yes, got it.
Yeah, so that is also done. Now the question is, what are the operators available in bash scripting? Okay, what are the operators? So let me show you uh, operators shell. So here she script shell scripting operators. See here, this image is more than enough. No need to look at this. So these are the operators you have. Okay, arithmetic operator. And by the way, this not operator is only to language shell scripting. Most of the language they have their same operators actually represented in a little different way. Okay, arithmetic you want to do some mathematics work, relational you want to compare, boolean, you know, file test operators, bitwise operators. So these are the operators we have it. So if you want to test some files, so B for what? Binary, D for directory, something like that. So there's a multiple checks are there which is inbuilt, which you can use it. Okay, so how do we use it? So let's say let's get one commands shell, just for demo, shell scripting, add two numbers, copy paste instead of writing, and this is the one of the way you can use operators. And here this image I am putting in the here. Okay, so now what to do? So this is the sorry. So this is the you have to use express. There's a command to use the operators. Otherwise, it will print as a normally. So sum is what? Sum is a variable, and expr is a way to use the operator. So here you have to set the two value. Num one is equal to 32, 22 or whatever it is. Num two is equal to 34. So now if you want to display echo sum each dollar sum, simple, that's all. So this code, let me go and put it up. Vi file.sh, run this and save it and run this. Not needed the positional parameter, done. 56. So if you want to use any operators, all these operators are here. You want to, you know, do this thing, expressions and then the number. Okay, so this is the way you can use the operators, any operators as such, in this bash scripting. You want to, again, if you want to do, you know, compare I'll show you in the condition. Okay, in this file test operator also you can see in the condition, but the file test operator which will tell you the return will be the true and false, right? Relational also will give you the true and false, but additions will give you some mathematics, I mean some output in terms of sum or subtraction, whatever it is. Okay, so this is something which we have. Now next question is how to do conditioning. How to do conditioning in bash scripting or shell scripting is up to you. So let me copy the code, shell scripting condition. Okay, here. So this is the, you can use as a reference, but right now I just want to copy this code and one simple one, this one. Okay, let's understand this way. Here, what is this? This is again I forgot this name. What is this? What do we call it?
Shebang.
Some shebang, shebang. And this is the variable. Okay, now conditioning, if then else phi. So this is the way you write a conditioning. So if you want to understand the skeleton, so there's a two-way. You see here, style 1 and style 2. Okay, so style if then elif then else phi multiple, or simple if you want if elif else phi, like this. Okay, so whichever way you're comfortable, this is the way. So if statement, you can write only this one. Okay, if else statement, so you in this code you have a if else, this is the second statement, or you can write in this, or nested if, switch statement also available. Okay, so this here only you have to do little bit or memory work. You have to remember if then else phi, or if then phi. Understand that always should be closing the phi if you don't have else. So let me put it up in this way. uh, Here else is not required, then you have to do if then phi, if then this else phi, if then this else phi. Before that elif also you can add it, elif also you can add it, else last one. Okay, so this is the way you can do that. Now what we have here inside that, if you see, this is the again operator which I showed you just few minutes ago. Let me show you that. Where is that? It's here. So again here operator, can you please tell me this one is which operator for me? Where is that? Can you please tell me which operator? All of you? I'm audible, right?
Yes.
So which operator? See here, EQ, equality operator. That means we are comparing, hey, if n, so I have to set n, okay, is equal to 10, or m is equal to something like that. If n is equal to m, so it should return, in this case, it will return false. If you make it 5, it will return true, like that. So if n m is equal to, then print this one, both variables are same, else both are different. So let's use this code and run this and save it. See, both are different right now. So this is the way, if you want to run some conditional commands in Linux, you can use if conditioning. Are you comfortable with it, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, one thing I want to show you, and I will miss it, and that is um, let me check. Yeah, I think this is the one. Look at this. So here, these are the operators anyways we discuss. So $0 means, what is the sign? So can you please tell me $1 means what? $1 means, I showed you
First argument.
first arguments. Yeah. So $0 means the script name itself. So please remember, if you want to use somewhere the name of the script only, so you can use $0. Equality check, unequal, less than equal to, greater than, and greater than equal to. That's easy to understand. So this is something which you have it. Okay, so remember that $0. So next question is, how do we do the looping? How do we do the looping? So let's say bash loop, enter. Okay, and now here it is. Okay, this you can use as a reference for detailing, but it's very simple, so no need to spend time. Look at this. For variable in list, this is important. So I understand any loop, actually it's not about the shell scripting loop only. All loops are same, so that's the reason I am saying at least one programming language you learn, rest of the things you do that. So for here variable, so here one variable will be there, and this is the list. So let's say 1 2 3 4 5. So now this all 5 is a list. because multiple elements are there, right? Or it can be string also, Rajesh, Rakesh, whatever it is. So all this thing will be in a list. So now you want to set this variable, let's say number, num. So first time, for the moment you add, so number is equal to first time 1, second time it will become a number is equal to 2, third time it will become number is equal to 3, fourth time number is equal to 5, 4, and so on. So now this is a 4. The magic of 4 is like it will iterate a number of time. But okay, it will iterate, but do something, do have to do something, right? So what to do? So do run this command. Now how this shell scripting will come to know, we have to end the loop. So here done. So simple. So here this is a way you can run the any loop actually. So let me copy paste here one simple code here, shebang. So here, so this is a shebang. I means one variable, you can keep it anything. And this is the list you are passing, and it will always print 1 to 5, and then it will end. Let's look at this. See, hello, 1 2 3 4 5. So like this you can see this one, you can do the loop. Now few more examples are there here. You can try this one also. See, this is something you see here. For variable n, what list, these are the list. How many elements are there? 1 2 3 4 5. That means my loop will run 5 times because of for 5 times. But doing what? So here see that within a for loop you have a conditioning also. If you look at this, so here is say if dollar state. So dollar state, what is this? Dollar state has to be one variable is equal to this one. Okay, so now there is a problem in this code. Can you please help me to fix this code? Anyone? There is, this code is wrong actually. This code is wrong. Can you please help me to fix that? Anyone?
There is no elif, and
Uh,
if I should be after, should I
no,
mean
the
FI should be.
syntax wise, syntax see, so syntax here for do done, that is okay. For loop is good. If I see the inside the command, so condition is the if then phi. This is a single condition. That is also okay. But there is a problem in that in this code. Anyone just notice? So guys, here I am using dollar state, but here the variable is city. So this is a problem. Got it? So it should be either city or either you have to change here state. Got it? Yeah. So let me modify. So here I'll make it state. Done. Now, so what will do? So if state arcans. So one of the state, if arcans, it should print state arcans, which is there, which will print, and that's all. So let me run this. See here, if is equal to state arcans, then break. So here logic is else. So here what is logic is if, understand this. Where is that gone actually? So if state is arcans, which is this one, then break the loop. Here you are breaking the loop. Okay, break the loop. That means, and first time it will break the loop, albana bama, and then print the almawa. Second time Alaska, break the, I mean it is not breaking the loop, and then print this one. Arizona also it is print this one. Arkansas it will break this. See here, Arkansas it will break, and California. So that is a region is printing. 1 2 Albana. Here you are breaking this one, so after that this is not printing because you are breaking the loop, then that's the region. So here what is happening, simple one. So first time Alabama, okay, because it's not equal, so it's not breaking the loop, so it's printing. Second thing, Alaska is not equal, so it's not breaking, printing. Arizona, it's not equal, so it's not breaking, it's printing. Arkansas, it's equal, so it is breaking, so it's not printing. So California also not printing. Got it, all of you? So this is
Yes.
one of the example where you can use a conditioning and loop in a combinations. So, but here it can be anything. Here you can put it up like this also. This is a simple loop, but here you're putting the condition inside it, the loop. And by the way, you can put the if for loop inside a uh, if. You can use if inside a for. So that's okay. Okay. So you have to just respect the syntax. So the question was, how do we looping in the bash? Now, are you clear, all of you?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Now, next thing is how do we write a function? So the question is, why do we write a function? So guys, the function concept, sometimes you call it a function, sometimes you call it a method, sometimes call, procedures in a database world, we call it procedures. So the concept is very simple. Okay. Uh, we have 50 lines of code. Just imagine serving one functionality. Now there is option number one. You want to use 10 times this functionality, 10 times this functionality. Okay, if you want to use this functionality 10 times, what to do? Either you reduplicate the code, that is a things. Either you duplicate code 50 times, that's huge actually. So 50 times, if you want to reuse it 50 times, 10 times, then 500 lines of code will become. And that is like so irritating actually, modifying the things and all, so irritating, duplicating the code. Or what we have, option number two, reusing the code. This is a very important concept in the programming language, reusing code. And for that you have a function. Okay, so very simple. If you want to use certain codes multiple times, create a function. Why? So you can reuse it rather than duplicating the code and making the code larger. Again, the advantage of having the function is it will reduce your memory footprint also. Memory utilizations and all, it will reduce. Rather than 50 lines of code, you are running the only code which is required at the time. So simple justification, no complicated English and stuff like that. Are you clear with it, the use of function,
Yes.
all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so now how do we write a function in code? So let me copy one simple code that's very easy. Function shell or bash, whatever you want to write here. So function. So here, look at this. How many lines of code? Let me explain it to you first. See here, there is a function. This is how you have to write a function. So if you practice few times, you will get it. So this is the function name. So how this shell script will come to know whether it's a function or not function. So this parenthesis you have to add, and this is opening, and then this is the closing. That means this is your function, and every function must be having some return. So this is the important one. After that, what you do, that's not a problem. Okay, so this is the function. Okay, now inside a function, what you have, same thing which I talked about it. Inside a function you have a um, um, you know variables, operators, conditioning, looping. Simple. Inside the function you have this one only, and some print statement like echo, printf, and all kind of things. So yeah, these are the things we'll have. So here you see, there is one variable, sum is equal to 0, another variables here, and then here some operators has been used here. Okay, so remember last time I used the operator using expr, and this is another way to use the expression. Then another way, here there is a loop. So for loop I talked about it, while loop this is the one. Again in this same document you will find a while loop also, and here do done. Okay, so this is the while loop. There is again some mathematical work and returning this one. Okay, so here what is this is important. This is important. So here what they are saying, hey, what this dollar and hash means, everything whatever you are passing the parameter dollar 1 2 3 4, remember dollar 1 2 3 4, same thing. So dollar hash means everything. So now this is the function, it required this one, and they will process, they'll process everything here. See, they are trying to find out the length of the parameters, positional parameters, and here they are trying to decouple this argument each. See, exclamation I decouple the arguments, and each arguments they are adding in the loop. Okay, I is equal to I plus 1, and then done, and finally you got a average is equal to sum by total of length. So the logic you have to build in your mind, and then average. Okay, so that means whatever you pass it, it will sum it. Here you are summing up, and here you are getting average and returning average. Simple. So 4 element you passed, it will accept all the arguments using this one, break it down each argument as a list. Here you see, here dollar I is equal to less than and da da da, and then so here you can do this, and then here you're passing the dollar uh, exclamation is like return value, whatever it is. So let me run this code, show you func.sh, save it, and chmod func.chmod 755 func.sh and func.sh, and you have to pass the parameter func.sh, and what is this spelling mistake actually? See, there's some problem in this code. The average by length it's not taking. Just a second, let me run this. 2 3 2. Okay, my bad. Just a second, this code I did not copy it properly. Echo uh, you don't have to pass the parameter here because I'm passing inside one the function now. This code. So here, what is here? Look at this code. Vi. These are the parameters I'm passing to the function. Let me reuse this function one more time. 1 2. Let's say 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 2 times I call, one more times find underscore average 3 times I'm calling, 5 6 7 8. Okay, so 3 times. See, the code is same, code is one code only, but it will call 3 times with this. These are the numbers, and save it. It should run every time. So this last line I'll comment it. Okay, it's not printing at all. Just a second. pi func. Now whenever you get this kind of issues, what you have to do, there is one swap file get created. So either you can recover, continue, save it, still is coming. So abort. Okay, this issues you get it, and abort, and then delete the swap file. So ls-la, there is a swap file here for that file. So delete that, these issues will be solved it out. So func. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to call every time echo find underscore, because what will happen if you call this one, the last one will be print this one, which I don't want. I want to call everything every time. So average, av average, and dollar should be okay. So every time I have to call, and last one, this is okay. This will print the last output of your return value, so that is okay. Another way, so let's try this one. It's not printing the first two. Something is printing, but it's not displaying on the console actually. So let's put it up this way. Echo echo and echo, save it. Oh, no, I did this one. Wait a second, wrong one. Echo, just a second. Calling this function 3 times with different numbers. Example. I'm putting the echo, but where exactly the flow, that is correct only. So here I did this one, echo $avg, and that was correct only. So average is equal to find, this was okay, this was missing actually. So dollar parenthesis was missing, so now it will work. So let's do this. First call of this one and second call of this one, so now it should be okay. So with this func.sh and save it. It's not coming. average one, not taking, this is correct, this is correct. Let me see if there's some coloring is there or what. Average one find 1023. Mm, let me print first one, save it. If you want to comment any code, dollar you can use, hash you can use it, and still it's not coming.
Can you also put some message there inside
No,
the
the
loop?
code is good, but the flow is not getting transferred. So just a second, give me 2 seconds. Flow is good, call is not getting transfer for that. Where is this base code? This is good, and now I'm echoing inside a function only. Uh, this is a problem. Okay, I understood that now. The control is getting returned actually. It should be fixing these issues. AVG, so echo and return average, and this is the should be okay now. Yeah. So now let's call another one. This the control is a problem. So you have to understand the each control where it's returning, and go for this, save it, and done. Yeah. So this is the way. So now the purpose of this code is the purpose of function is to reuse it. You see that here I am using reuse two times. Reuse two times. You see, I used one for another output, one for another output. So you have it everything inside a function. You have a variables, conditioning, looping, and a lot of other stuff, and you can reuse it. And this is the something which is the end of the shell scripting. So whenever you write, try to write a function which will reuse the code rather than duplicate the code. Got it, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, now the question is, next question is, okay, the understanding this, all these things is very easy. Shell scripting is very easy. But the question is, how do we use in the real time? How do we use the real time? So I want you to think about it. How do we use in real time? So any activity which you do, let's say someone will ask you, hey, um, try to understand that. Delete, write a shell scripting, okay, where delete a file, delete a log. File means, when I say file, it's a very standard word, but in your real world, logs in a folder. Understand that folder, which is, let's say, OPT uh, DevOps code. This can be Apache folder, Tomcat folder, MySQL folder. Older than older than 10 days. This is one real use cases. They'll ask you, hey, write a shell scripting, bash scripting, uh, so we can. You don't have to do manually every day or whatever it is. Okay, uh, here you may have write a shell scripting to add a user. Understand that based taken name taken from parameter. What is parameter? Can you please tell me what is the parameters? $1, $2, remember?
Yes.
Write a shell scripting, add a username taken from the parameters, and add in DevOps group and set his shell as bash, and add this user into sudo also. Now this all manually you have to do that, then only you will be able to write it. So like this, hell lot of examples, real time things will come where you have to write a shell script. Nowadays life has become very easy, actually, to be honest. You need to only understand the skeleton. Let's say if you understand the skeleton, then life is very easy. For example, you have a chat gpt. Our times we were not having chat gpt and all, but now just give this and they'll, by the way, you can google it, these all codes you'll get it free of cost. See here. But nowadays, because we have a tools, not to waste time in google also, see that complete exact code you have to, this is called prompt engineering. Give it and they'll give it to you. And you see here, such a nice code they are creating for you. The only thing you have to have a nice approach. See here, shivang, variables. Now this is the command, find command and echo command. So here what you're doing, look at this here. Understand this command is most important. This is a Linux command. Okay, what you're doing, searching in this directory here. Type is file named with all the log, where the modification file of the time is number of 10. So number of days to take, m time means modification time. So here you are searching the file. Are you okay with this command?
Yes.
And whatever you found out, execute, delete that file. Simple. This is the find command you use the shell scripting. So if you are writing this assignment earlier, let's say not now, old age, you have to write this command. Actually, this command you probably fight 15 20 minutes will take. Rest of the things is just done. Okay, let's try to do this one. Okay. By the way, I have a one directory. We have more than 2,000 scripts there. But actually, with before ChatGPT, I used to share it because 2,000 shell scripting is there. But before ChatGPT, I used to share, but now it's not relevant because it's in GitHub. You will have to spend a lot of time to go through each and every scripts. So look at this second statement. Understand this code. Write a shell scripting, add a user. Add user means what is the command? User add, yes. And taken a parameter $1. Add in DevOps group. There's a group called DevOps. So that means the command to add in the user is group modification, and set his shell. So user shell, while adding you can set a shell ban bash and sudo also. So for this step you have to add in a sudo files. Actually there is one file called sudo. So all these things, if you understand manually, you will be able to understand this. Shebang, oh no, this one, shivang. And here you see, check if the script is run as a root. So you have this place you are checking that if the script is run as a root, and here you are seeing, okay, this script here you are saying if you are not running as a root, because you know why, because you adding a user can be done only with a root, okay, or admin access. So here you are checking, hey, if you are not adding running as a root, so exit this one. Why? Because this script must be running as a root. So this is a good check they have given it to you free of cost. Okay, after that they are checking if the user name is provided or not, means $1 is provided or not. So see here, dollar hash means all the parameters equal to 0, then please pass the parameter. If you have passed the parameter, take only one username $1 first positional parameter, and then here you see that here you are adding it. So here if id username da da da, then echo this one exists and now. But the problem is here the code is not added. Add the user with the bash shell. Code is not added. So what do we do? Chat gpt have not given the code. Actually, oh, is there? I did not copy properly. Actually, yeah, is there? Yeah. So now let's again, here you are checking the root access, you are running as a root or not. Exit. Here you are checking that username provided or not, exit. Here you are checking the variables. Here you are checking if already exist, then exit. Why? To recreate it. See, such a beautiful code actually. Else, now this is the line which I want you to remember. That means you have to learn that. What is a command to add a username with a bash shell? This is the command. Okay, it will run only and only if user is not exist. If you are running as a root parameter is passed. So it's such a nice code they have developed. And after that, adding a user, here group modifications. By the way, here you are checking the DevOps group is there or not. If not there, create a group actually. That's a beautiful code actually. See that. When I write manually, I won't be able to do that. I'll do that all this requirement in 5 lines actually. But ChatGPT, you are getting great code actually. So here you are not having the group, you are adding the group. And then this command which I was talking about to modify that group and add the user into that. So user modification for this particular group, and you are adding a user. That's all. This is a real code. For that it will work. Okay. And now how do we add a pseudo code? Sudo access. So this will help you to add a sudo access. Now, did you understand that, all of you?
So are we trying to add the group inside the dev folder, or where are we trying to add?
No,
I
no, no.
mean,
Group
if
is,
they can.
let me show you. Group is here. It is C group. GRO group. See, these are the groups. Okay, you want to know users, ESSWD. This is the file where you user. So if you say user add Raju, okay, this is a manual command. I run it, and now I grab the Raju. See here. If I see the Raju, default shell is set, but I wanted to set bash in this case. So you have to use some more parameters for that. You want to add group, same way you have to AG modifications, group add group user mode, and you have to do this. Got it? Here you are adding a group. You can add a group. See here, add a DevOps group. Now the group DevOps like this. Manually, you know the logic is very simple. Just 2 3 commands will do the work. But here that they have given you very good code actually, and to do that. Are you understanding, all of you?
No, no. My question is, we have a check, right? If condition, we are checking if the I mean, if the group DevOps is there or not. So there, if you see, you have added not condition, and then you give some path, right? Dev and null. So what is that dev and null is doing?
I'll just explain you. Parameter Rajesh 1. Done. Okay, so which line you are saying?
Yeah, that. Yeah, the same line. If you see, if not get group, GET group DevOps, right? Um,
Okay, this one.
yeah, that if
Huh.
condition there.
So here
Yes.
is saying, see, understand that if is a conditioning, if and starting here and ending here. Now here, understand that this is the command. Okay, this is the command. So get end is a command. What it will do, it will try to find out the group name. So here, if the return value, understand that return value for this command is not a DevOps. Understand that this is the real command actually. This is the real command. The here, if the getEnt group DevOps, that means see this file they are trying to that using command, this file, where is that? uh, this file. So this file, using that command, see here, this is the group, all the groups are here. Okay, if you look at this, just now I added one DevOps group. No, see the bottom section here. So this command will tell you, they will command fetch that group name DevOps. If not found, it says if exclamation means if not, means if you add, then if found. If not found means like this. Okay, exclamation means negative, not. And what you are doing here, so sometime output of this one will be something vague, so to which will kill your script. So what you will typically do, output you redirect into the null. That means do not kill my script, just get the output of this. If it is true, if this line is true, only this one. Okay, if this line is true, then don't do anything. If not true, then create a group. So this is the techniques for this. Getting your points now? All of you?
Yeah, still not clear on the dev null. So are we
This
doing a
one.
null check? Yeah, that part.
No, no, no. Okay. Wherever you see, understand that, hard code your mind. Wherever you see this kind of statement, and here it can be some files also. That's not a problem. So wherever you see, here we are saying, hey, whatever the output of this one. Okay, before that I want to explain you one thing. Just a second. See here. I type ls. Okay, I type ls, and what is the value for it? So echo dollar exclamation. So here you see 0. Now if I type, understand that if I type lsss, this is not a real command, mind it. What is, see, command not found, what is the value for it? 127. So here's, now you understand that any real command, if you run, the return value will be true. If something odd has happened in your command, its return value will be 127 or any other numbers also. Now when the same concept which I'm saying, this command you run, whether it's a true and false, that's not a problem. So here it's saying if this command has run, so something will return. This is, see, if I run the bad command, what will happen? This is written. So your script will be broken, right? The value is, you will get a value of dollars, dollar exclamation, but the script will be broken for some reason, and or maybe your script will be having some output which you don't want it. So what typically in a shell scripting we do, we redirect the output of this one into some null value. It can be any file, it can be any file, but typically it's a practice like dev null, we put it up. So this file will be written with this value. So if you want to later, you want to troubleshoot, go into this file and troubleshoot. So this is just, this is not important for the script, but we are storing any values here to this file. So later you can troubleshoot. This is the way to redirecting the output. In the programming language, track hash, we do that actually. Getting my points now? So now what is this? This is the real command. If the value is exclamation is not true, then only do this. So just ignore this one for time being, because this output which you get, we want to store it somewhere. So for this we pass this redirectional parameters. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So this is the practice, best practices. So chat GPT has given in literally everything. I mean, if I write this, let me put it in this. If I'm rush, and if I write this code, I'll typically write 2-3 commands, which is user add somewhere here, and user mode somewhere here, and user mode here. This is 3 command will work for it. But they have given you such a nice script actually for checking everything. Okay, so now guys, did you understand the shell scripting, how to do that?
Yeah.
So in this front, I'll give you 10 code, okay? 10 code. Now see, let me tell you, Linux is there from last 25 years plus. So anything which you think you want to write it, you'll get a free ready-made code in Google also, now the ChatGPT also. But what I want, be honest with yourself, try to write it yourself with the skill set of the commands which you will learn. You can search for the commands, but you should not search for the entire script. So I'll give you 10 assignment on this, okay? I'll send you through the WhatsApp, and you try to write, struggle for yourself. Try to debug, troubleshoot, and all stuff that yourself, and build that skill, because troubleshooting in a DevOps and SRE and DevSecOps, 80% of the work is troubleshooting. Okay, if you know that, that is super. If you don't know that, then that's a problem. So without searching for ChatGPT or Google the script, search for commands, write your own script, run it, maybe basics also, and after that anyways you have a solutions for it. Any questions so far, all of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.